welcome to Safa Arts. So today I would be sharing a crochet tutorial of a star coaster. I hope this video will be useful to you. So let's go to the video. Let me show you the things I used for the coaster. This is the needle I'm using right now, and I'm using this scissor, and I'm using two different colors of yarns, and you can choose your favorite yarns, and I'm using 4mm hook. So I like to hold my tail with these two fingers, and after holding that you have to wrap the yarn around the fingers, and I would like to hold the working yarn also that way. If you wrap like this you have a X. So I'm holding my working yarn with these two fingers, and if you turn your fingers you have a parallel line, so you have to go through the first line and scoop the second line and turn the hook clockwise. After that you have to pull the working yarn through the loop in your hook. So it's maybe too hard for you, but don't worry. So if you pull it through the loop in the hook you have a chain, and you have to chain one more, in total of 2 chains. So now we are going to double crochet 14. So to double crochet you need to yarn over and go through the magic ring and pull the loop and pull through the first 2 loops and pull through the next 2 loops. There you have a double crochet, and you have to yarn over, go through the magic ring and yarn over again and pull through the first 2 loops and yarn over and pull through the next 2 loops. So yarn over again, go through the magic ring and pull the loop and go through the first 2 loops and the next 2 loops, and you have to continue this 14 times. So yarn over, go through the magic ring, pull through the first 2 loops and pull through the next 2 loops. So you have to continue this. So I did my 14 double crochet. So to close the magic circle you have to pull the tail without ripping it. So our magic ring is closed. Now I am going to slip stitch into the chain 2. So to slip stitch you have to go through the top part of the chain and pull the yarn through and pull through one loop into another. There you have a slip knot. So you have to chain 5. So I'm counting 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So to the second chain place a single crochet. So you have to go to the second chain, top part of the second chain, and you have to pull the yarn through and yarn over and pull through the 2 loops. There you have a single crochet, and go through the next chain and place a half double crochet. So yarn over, go through the chain, pull the yarn through and yarn over and pull through all 3 loops in your hook. In next chain you have to put 1 double crochet. So yarn over, go through the chain and yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops and yarn over and pull through the next 2 loops, and we are making a double crochet in the next chain. So yarn over 2 times and go through the chain and pull the yarn through and yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops and yarn over and pull through the next 2 loops. Now you have 2 loops in your hook, so yarn over and pull through all loops in your hook. So now you are going to skip 2 stitches in your circle and slip stitch into the 3rd stitch. So I'm going to skip 2 stitches and place 1 slip stitch in the 3rd stitch. So pull the yarn through and pull one loop through another. So you have to chain 5 again and continue the same thing we repeated here until you have 5 more this thing. I don't know what it is called, so I'm going to place one single crochet and after that one half double crochets, and in the next chain I will place a double crochet and you will have to place one treble crochet in the next last chain. You have to continue this for 3 more times. So I'm doing the double crochet, there you have, and you have to skip 2 stitches and place a slip stitch in the third stitch. So continue this. So I'm doing the last thing, so you have to chain 5, that's 3 chain and chaining 4 and one more chain, yes, 5 chains. Go through the second last chain and pull the yarn through and yarn over, pull through the 2 loops in your hook, there you have a single crochet, and now I'm doing it a half double crochet as you can see, and I'm placing a double crochet, yarn over and go through the stitch and yarn over again and yarn over and pull through the 2 loops and pull through the 2 loops again, and I am crocheting double crochet now. I wrote this pattern by myself. So our last thing is done. So now I am going to slip stitch into our first chain. So I know the video isn't so clear. So I'm going through the first chain, as you can see, through the first chain. You can see it, right? So pull the yarn through and go through the loop. After that you have to color change. So it's our time to color switch. So I'm going to cut our working yarn. So let's cut it. So I am taking my gray yarn into the top of our hook. As you can see, I'm placing it on the hook and pulling it through the loop in our hook. So as you can see, I'm pulling it through the loop. So this is how I do color switch, and I'm going to tighten it up. Oops, so I'm going to do this again. Now we are chaining 2 to start, so you have to yarn over and pull the yarn through the loop in your hook. So yarn over again and pull it through the loop in your hook. There you have the chain. So now we are doing, so now I am hiding the tail, the 2 tails that we have after the color change. So you have to yarn over and in the next chain stitch you have to place one half double crochet. So yarn over and go through the chain and pull the yarn through the chain and yarn over and pull through the 3 loops in your hook. I'm sorry, I said 2. Yarn over and go through the next chain stitch and pull the yarn through and yarn over and pull through all 3 loops in your hook. Oops, I have to do it again. So yarn over, go through the chain stitch and pull it through and yarn over and pull through all 3 loops in a hook. So yarn over and go to the next chain stitch. So pull it through all 3 loops in a hook. So you will get 4 half double crochet in the chain stitches and 4 in the next single crochet and double crochet and double crochet we did earlier, and we are going to our single crochet stitch by yarn overing and pull the yarn through and yarn over and pull through the 3 loops in a hook. So we are going to our half double crochet stitch, so yarn over and go to the stitch and pull the yarn through, pull through all 3 loops in a hook, and I'm going to our double crochet stitch, and in last I'm going to our treble crochet stitch. Now all you have to do is half double crochet. After you do 8 half double crochet, you are not slip stitching into the slip stitch, instead you are slip stitching into our next first chain. So make a loose slip stitch because we have to slip stitch into the same stitch in our next round. So you have to chain 1 after slip stitching, and you have to continue making 8 half double crochets, and after that you have to slip stitch into the next chain and chain 1 and continue making the same thing as we did, half double crochets like that. I'm sorry that my English isn't so good because I'm learning right now. So this is my last round. So now I am going to slip stitch into our first chain. So we are skipping the slip stitch and going to the chain to slip stitch. So pulling it through and going to the loop in the hook. Now we are making 8 half double crochets. So you can see how to make it, right? So I just did our last half double crochet by pulling it through the 3 loops. So now I'm slip stitching it through the second chain. So our third round is done by now. So here is our work. So I just cut the loop to change our color, so you can cut our working yarn, and now we are going to chain 1 to continue. So chain 1. So we need to hide the tails, so beware of that. So now we are making 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. So don't forget to hide our tails. So yarn over and go through the next stitch. So I'm going through the next stitch. So why isn't? So you need to wait. So hide our tails. Pull the yarn through, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops in your hook. So in the next 3 stitches you need to place 1 double crochet in each. So yarn over and go through the next stitch and pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops and yarn over and pull through the next 2 loops. So yarn over, go through the next stitch. So pull the yarn through, pull through the first 2 loops and pull through the next 2 loops. So yarn over again and pull the yarn through and pull through 2 loops and next 2 loops, and in the next stitch it will be a little different. So we are double crocheting and chain 2. Go through the same space and place a double crochet. So this is a corner. This is the corner of the star, and we are placing one double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and after that in the last space you have to place one half double crochet. So we did our half double crochet. So in the space of the slip stitch we are placing another slip stitch. So go to the space of slip stitch and place a slip stitch, and after that you have to chain 1 and continue the whole process that we did, and you have to skip the chain 1 we did earlier, and you have to place a half double crochet in the next stitch, and after that you have to place one double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So I'm placing a double crochet, another double crochet, and one more, and in the next stitch you have to place one double crochet and 2 chains and one double crochet in the same space. So I just made a double crochet and chain 2 and double crocheting in the same space, and in the next 2 stitches you need to make one double crochets, and after that you need to make one half double crochet and slip stitch into the slip stitch, and after that just chain 1, and you need to continue this till the end. Okay, so I just did my slip stitch right now. Now I am going to chain 1. So this is our last row, and go through the first stitch and place one half double crochet, and after that you need to place one double crochet in the next 3 stitches. Please subscribe and support me. So I need to make the subscriber count into 1 lakh. I don't know, it's my big dream. I hope you will support me. So you need to make one more double crochet and chain 2 and make another double crochet in the same space. Okay, and in the next 2 stitches you need to place one double crochet, and after that you need to place in the next stitch a half double crochet, and you need to slip stitch into the our first chain that we did earlier. So I'm going to our first chain and placing a slip stitch. So go through the first chain, pull the loop and slip stitch. After that you can chain 1 to secure and cut the loop. I'm just cutting the loop, and you need to fasten off like this. So I would like to hide the tail like this. So I am not using a needle, instead I'm using a hook. So you can hide like I'm hiding in the video, and I'm turning the work and pulling the yarn through, and you can continue this and cut the loop. So I'm cutting the loop, and if you need to secure it so good, you need to make more. Now I'm going to hide the tail in the back side. of the magic ring. So you need to put the yarn through the needle and hide it like this as seen in the video, and cut it after pulling it through. So that's all. I know my English is not good, that is why my tutorial is very slow. So you can suggest me a way to make it better in the comments. So bye.